Hello and welcome to Abarone's Armorial. Today we will be discussing heraldic feudal hatchments. The standard hatchment is normally black or some other dark color. The full achievement of arm is depicted on it, as well as possibly the name of the deceased, their initials, birth and death dates, heraldic badges, or other decorations that can be added to the shield. Now, normally, funeral hatchments do not have set sizes. However, they are almost always shown on a square or diamond shape, and they are done in black, though other dark colors may be used, as is the case with Her Majesty the Queen Mother's hatchment, as shown on the opening slide. Here's another one, this one showing more options in a different style. This is the full achievement of arms, the mantling filling up the field. You have the crest as part of the full achievement, but it's done in more of a 3D realistic image. You have one of the heraldic badges, you have the baton of this pursuivant, and you have an order of knighthood underneath. Now there are some variants to the type of funeral hatchment, and that mainly has to do with the color showing who has passed away. So a standard hatchment will be all black, and that's for when a man bears arms alone. He might be married or he might be single. Either way, the arms are only his. He has not marshaled them with his spouse. With same as can be said with spinsters or widows, women who have passed away and are unmarried or their husbands have preceded them, it's all black with their arms done in a diamond or lozenge on the shield and on the hatchment. Married men who precede their wives in their death, the male side of the shield of the hatchment, is done in black, while the woman who is living, her side of the hatchment is continued on in white, and the exact opposite is true if the woman passes first than that. If a widower passes, then the whole hatchment is done black, and vice versa. Same with a widow. Now, other things that can be added: bishops can use their mitre and their ecclesiastical arms if the arms are being impaled with that of their office or their see. The side that is the see's arms or their office's arms will always be shown in white. And that's the same for anybody who holds an office. So we're going to get to that in a moment. There are some other things too, where you have men who have multiple surviving wives. There will be an article posted from the Court of Lord Lion about hatchments and guidance on hatchments in the description of this video. So, for example, as I talked about with bishops, the same is also true for other positions that have arms associated with the office. In this case, the hatchment of the late Lion, David Seller, who was a former Lord Lion King of Arms who passed away a couple of years ago. So here you have Seller's arms on the right-hand side, his personal arms, his crest, his helmet, but you also see his decorations and his collar from the Order of the Thistle added as well, and his batons as Lion. His initials are shown on the hatchment, but again, the arms of his personal arms are shown on a black half, while the arms of the office of Lord Lion, because the office remains living, is shown on the other half. Now, hatchments can be placed in many different ways. Smaller hatchments are sometimes laid upon the top of a casket or coffin for a funeral procession instead of a pall, or they're placed above the pall. Or they are shown often like this, displayed at the foot of the casket or to the side of it during a funeral. Hatchments are also often left in churches after a funeral. You see this more so in English churches than anywhere else, though I have seen it in the US and in Canada before in a couple of rare instances. Normally, the people who do this were wealthy benefactors or members of the vestry or former vicars or things like that to the church. So they can be displayed in various ways, and there's a couple of different examples from there. Well, I hope this covered some of the examples of how hatchments can be used in funeral settings and how other funeral heraldry may be used. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Thank you. Bye.